So it's another Monday morning motivation, and you know how we do it. Last week I didn't really get to do one because our Rattle president was our focus. So I skipped last week because I wasn't in a good mood. We needed VDM back, but gracefully VDM is back. So let's get back to our Monday morning motivation. So you see, growing up as a child in Africa, they kind of spiritualize everything. They spiritualize every single thing we do. And it kind of bothered me. So, and even in today's world, I still find out that I talk to people, they want to spiritualize everything. Listen, the life we live is more of physical than spiritual. I repeat, the life we live is more of physical than spiritual. So, as a coach, I have encountered many clients and mentees around the world who believe their mind resides in their heart. A mindset that often drives them towards spiritual remedies instead of rational, critical, analytical thinking. Do you understand me? Now, this belief is especially common in many African communities. Hence, they spiritualize everything. They even believe that their spiritual warfare is blamed for nearly every setback or life failures, So, yes, negative energy does exist, don't get me wrong. But more often than not, what holds people back are poor planning, laziness, lack of relevant skills, bad decisions, or simply doing nothing. And you expect things to work. And the next thing, you are accusing your family people, you are accusing your friends that don't want you to succeed. Listen, let's be real. You can't pray your way out of a problem caused by bad choices. You cannot. You can't pray yourself out of it. I come here every day, and specifically to Rattles, because they say we are lazy, we don't have jobs. And I emphasize it all the time as a coach. You need to get a skill. You need to get a handwork. Start from somewhere. You solve it by thinking clearly and taking actions with your mind, which is your brain. Your mind is here. It is not here. We live in a world rich with spiritual beliefs and traditions, especially in Africa. But the outcomes we experience happen in physical realm. You live in the physical. You eat. You sleep in the physical. You spend money in the physical. So you must physically work for the money. While faith can offer strength and purpose, success in life, feeding your family, paying bills, growing a career depends on practical steps and real effort executed from the creativity in your brain. Spirituality has value, don't get me wrong, but it's not a substitute for responsibility. To thrive, you must be grounded in reality and take actions accordingly. Friends, there is no shortcut to these things. When you make wrong choices, instead of focusing in building and increasing your capacity, right? Instead of you to focus on scaling, increasing your wealth of knowledge about a subject so that you can cash out, develop it and get good and better at it. No, you rather look for shortcuts. You rather look for quick money. And when things don't go the way you want, you begin to attribute it to spirituality. You begin to look for all those your religious leaders who will tell you or spiritualize everything. My message to you this morning is this. The life you live is more of physical than spiritual. The money you spend is in the physical. You know understand? The knacking where you dey knack, no be spiritual, na physical you take the knack. Forget all those ones where they tell you say they get spiritual husband and all. Those ones is different. You know understand? The food you eat, na physical. So why don't you physically invest in yourself? Learn a skill, increase your capacity so that you can have something that you will exchange for money, value for money. See you all at the top because the bottom is crowded.